Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Crazy House, a Nick Frost horror comedy that combines meta comedy with a sitcom and a horror movie. It's really off-putting to me. Smash a like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 14, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Okay, so the first thing I hate about this, and I hate everything about it, which is weird because I liked Nick Frost and thought, oh, Nick Frost, this will be funny. I don't find it funny. It's like, how do I describe it, doggy? All right, so they started off as a sitcom, like it's a wacky sitcom, but I'm here to see a movie, not an 80s sitcom called Crazy House. And then you're watching the crazy sitcom like it's a sitcom, and then partway through, some rednecks show up to repair something in the house, and Nick Frost is the wacky father who lets them in, and they tear apart the house. But then it crosses over into horror as the lighting changes. Now it's a horror movie. They won't leave. They kill the policeman who comes over, and they're looking for something in the crazy house. Now they force the family to do the digging and tearing apart of the house. Nick Frost hallucinates and sees Jesus in a scene that I can only describe as kind of blasphemous for no reason. Like, it's not funny. Like 20, I'm going to say more like 30, 40 years ago, they wouldn't even have shot this. They would have been like, oh no, we're not going to shoot this. It's going to piss everybody off and get right-wing conservatives to ban the movie. Now they shoot it all the time. It's the most boring friggin' scene you could possibly shoot. Oh, you're going to make fun of Christians. Oh, yeah, that's been done a million times. Like, no one cares. So, you know, they even do like a crucifixion, and it's just dumb. From the crazy minds of Stefan and Flip. I'm not sure who they are. But it says the Father, Son, and the Holy S. I guess. I'm not sure what that means. Was this a sketch or a show that was on BBC or something I don't know about? From the creator of New Kids' Crazy House. It reminds me of that Too Many Cooks video, right? So the Too Many Cooks video was on Adult Swim, and they did it. And, you know, it was kind of interesting in a short filming kind of way. Like, okay, you take this concept and you take it to a ridiculous extreme. This, like, it's already too long. The trailer is too long in terms of telling me what the concept is. The concept is it's a 80s sitcom that turns into a horror movie. That's, at most, it's a sketch, and not a very fun one. It just seems mean-spirited and not fun. You know? Like, the 80s were 40 years ago, Hollywood. 40 years ago. You're parroting something that's already 40 years old. 40 years old. Like, I'm old enough to remember it. But, you know, a kid who's like, I don't know, 20, he's not going to remember this. Other than he saw something in a rerun. Like, when I was a kid, there were reruns on television of black and white TV shows. McHale's Navy, Three Stooges movies, stuff like that. Old Beverly Hillbillies were in black and white. Even the first season of Gilligan's Island. And, you know, that stuff's old. It was old then. It's just been done to death. I expected more from Nick Frost, honestly. I mean, I love Shaun of the Dead. It's funny. It's got a good balance. You know, there's some serious parts in it, but there's a lot of fun in it. You know, it's a kind of a saddish ending in its own weird way, but they kind of they do the characters justice. Here, it just feels like, oh, we created a fat Christian dude, and we're gonna just destroy him. How is that fun? It's not fun at all. This guy isn't a target. It's punching down. And I say that as a person who I don't consider myself a Christian. I believe in God. I just don't believe in religion. Like, I don't like that you pick on this guy. It doesn't make me laugh. It doesn't seem fun. I'm not in on this. I just feel like dirty for watching even the damn trailer. Make something fun. Do you remember fun? Without being mean? If you want to pick on somebody, you pick on characters that deserve it. Okay? So in Shaun of the Dead, their roommate kind of deserved it. He was an a-hole. And he turns into a zombie and they kill him. Because they have to, but also he was an a-hole, so who cares? This character, you know, in the short time I saw him, he's not an a-hole. I don't know why you're picking on him. It's not fun to see this character suffer. It's not scary. It's a sitcom. Like, that part of it, I mean, forget about it being scary. It's the complete opposite of scary. Okay? It's nothing. There's nothing on the... Like, if you had to map out the scary scale from 1 to 10, it wouldn't even register. Because you've set it in this weird fictional world of an 80s sitcom. I'm not sure. And then at some point, it starts showing the studio audience as one of the characters has a machine gun and then starts machine gunning everything. That doesn't make any sense. So you mean to tell me you're watching the first a sitcom, which turns into a horror movie, and then partway into this horror movie, you realize, oh, there's been a studio audience watching the whole time in horror as terrible things happen and they've done nothing? And then you kill the studio audience? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like somebody would have who had like 102 fever wrote this thing. Like, they were delusional. Like a bad bender. And then you made it into a movie. Why? I hate meta comedies. I really hate them. I especially hate ones that, like this, that are mean-spirited for nothing. I'm not laughing and I'm not scared. Where's the horror comedy? I'm annoyed. If that was the purpose, yeah, spot on. I'm going to vote this down because I hate it. And I say that as a fan of Nick Frost. And I expected so much more. First act, he's a sitcom character. Second act, he finds himself trapped in a horror movie. Third act, the entire universe unravels as we reveal that there is still a studio audience in his weird sitcom world that's also now a horror movie, and they all die and horrible things happen and you're supposed to laugh. I think there's some credits here. Let me see who's credited with this horror show. And I mean that in the worst way possible. Crazy House. Coming soon. Yeah, see? It's studio audience. And he's laughing at him. He's covered in blood. Like, what's up with that? Who wrote this thing? Stefan Haars and Flip van der Keur. Okay. Were these guys... Alicia Silverstone's in it? Oh, I didn't even notice her. Is she the wife? Maybe. Yeah, I think it is. Is that her? Yeah, I guess that's her there. This doesn't make any sense. I guess that's her there. It's called Crazy House with a K. I don't know. You tell me. What is this? And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan somewhere in the background. Thanks for tuning in. I will be at OC Comic Con tomorrow at Sunday. That Sunday at the Music Pier, 10 to 4. I was there today from 10 to 12. Then I went to the Historical Society's Museum in Lakewood and had an event there. So thanks to all who came out. Both events, both days. I've double booked. Whew. Lot of driving for me. Tomorrow, all day though, on the Music Pier in Ocean City. Hope to see you there. See you tomorrow on the live stream at 9. Yeah, it's going to have to be at 9. See you then.